Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Columbia City. So today is episode 19. We're almost at episode 20, about a year into the series, which is, I mean, it's not even that much, but it's a decent amount considering I haven't really uploaded, very frequently for this series. I will be uploading more frequently, obviously, as we move forward because I have nothing else to do. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the 3 times a week upload schedule. I did miss the video on Friday this week, so I apologize about that, but hopefully we can get back on track. The update did hit, so I've sort of had a little bit of trouble, like loading my save, but I managed to get in to record the live play for this video at the end of the video. It just takes a while to get in now, but not too long. Like, basically, I'm just thankful that the modders are so good at getting everything up to date so quickly. Like, it's way different from, 2 or 3 years ago, or especially like 4 years ago when an update would just completely break the save that you're working on. It would be devastating. But yeah, I'm just happy that everything's working basically fine. We're good. So yeah, I mean, if you guys have problems with your save, head over to Reddit. There's a spreadsheet with some of the like incompatible mods in the like pins items, I believe. And yeah, I mean, I don't think too many mods broke though. I think we're fine. But yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna be good. We're all gonna, like, a week from now, we're gonna barely even remember there was an update and that mods even had a problem whatsoever, because that's how that sort of works these days, which is pretty cool. Okay, other stuff. Yeah, we're building okay, this is pretty funny. So I'm building a trolley bus line in this episode. You see right now I'm just building this weird tunnel here, which I end up changing it. Just ignore that. But I'm actually gonna, I'm building a trolley bus line here in a little bit. And I built it before the DLC came out and before I had any idea that there was a trolley bus functionality added in game with the DLC. So, which was really funny because, like, I built a trolley bus line, and then very shortly after, like within the week, it's like, oh, a new DLC's out, and it's gonna have trolley buses in it. It's like, okay, that's pretty funny. But anyway, like upgrading it from the I'll talk about it a little bit more later. Basically, we're gonna be able to upgrade to the trolley bus system in the DLC pretty easily. But yeah, we'll talk about that more later. I sort of got ahead of myself there. If you guys are enjoying, though, definitely make sure to leave a like. It helps out a ton. I notice when I remind you guys to, it seems to increase the amount of likes on the video, which definitely helps the video, the algorithm, which helps more people find the videos, which is cool. So yeah, much appreciated if you're enjoying the video. And if you're not, you could leave a dislike. It also helps the video and the algorithm for some reason. So if you're like really not enjoying the video, your best bet is to just leave right now without leaving a rating. Just a suggestion. But anyway, and then also leave a comment, because if you're not enjoying the video, let me know why. But yeah, anyway, moving forward, trolley bus line. We're working on it right now. Basically, I'm using these trolley bus roads from the workshop. From way before the DLC, and they're just sort of makeshift. Like it's just a normal road with the with wires from trams above it, just no tracks. So like, and then you just have buses that don't really connect to the wires, but sort of look like they do. I'll show you in game in a little bit. It's really makeshift. It's not ideal, and it's going to be really easy for us to fix it and upgrade to the like actual trolley bus system from the DLC. So hopefully you're looking forward to that whenever we do that. And there's some pretty cool Swiss buses on the workshop that I think I'm going to use rather than more American stuff, because the Swiss buses look like really cool. They've got like mountains on them or something, like weird abstract. I don't know. Revo uploaded them. I think they were assets that Rev had been working on before. I don't know. Basically, they're options for trolley buses on the workshop already, so definitely check those out if you got the DLC. And yeah, I mean, other stuff, I do want to add a fishing industry in the city. Hopefully we can do that in a couple of episodes. I've got a bunch of random projects that I have. Like, I just started using this app called Notion, which is this completely overpowered productivity workspace, which allows you to do basically anything, and the interface is absolutely amazing. But I've got this whole, like, video database now of like what videos I have ideas for, what videos are in progress, what videos I need to do, etc. Like, and anyway, I've just, now that I've got that functionality, I've got a whole list of videos I want to make, and it's just a bunch of random ideas for Columbia City and for New Windsor that we're definitely be working on, you know, in the near future. But just adding stuff from the new DLC will definitely be high on the priority list. I want to add like a trolley bus system generally in the city, although I think that's just going to be something that happens as we plan moving forward, and we're building bus lines. And I don't know if it'll get its own episode. We'll definitely do an episode on the fishing industry, because I'm actually interested to like explore that and how it works. And then, I mean, yeah, there's other stuff I'm forgetting. Oh, an intercity bus system. I think we're going to do a Greyhound station. That will be cool. So yeah, basically stuff is happening, and I think you'll enjoy it. Yeah. But anyway, so we are working on just placing random tiles around here. One thing I use a lot of is the Terraform network. You'll see right here, like, yeah, I just placed it right there just to make the slopes around the buildings flat. And it just does wonders for these like hilly areas. And I've just had a lot of fun with that because I hadn't used it all that much before I started working on Columbia City. I have to go back to New Windsor and edit the area around New Belfast because those wharves are having like the terrain on them is a little bit glitchy, but that was before Terraform network was out. So I'm going to go back and edit that because the Terraform network is really good and it just makes everything so much smoother. And it's so much easier to build these slopes. So, yeah. But anyway, so we are, yeah, just doing random stuff to the trolley bus network. I added my own double yellow lines because it's an American city and I want double yellow lines. So, yeah, like that just added two different yellow line network decal things next to each other from Ronix. Pretty easy to do, and you don't really have to cover up the single white lines on the roads themselves because they're barely even visible. Yeah, and then I've also downloaded a bunch of different roads from the workshop with American lines on them. So basically, yeah, I've completely stopped using Roads United just because I don't really think it's supported anymore. I'm not sure though, but no matter what, I think workshop roads are like getting really, really good. And it feels like they just started with workshop roads because they haven't been there forever. It feels at once like they're brand new, like it's a brand new feature that you're able to build, design roads and put them in the workshop. But it also feels like it's been here forever. I couldn't even imagine living without network retaining walls. Pretty crazy stuff. I think that was Park Life that all that came out. The game has come so far, though. I was going through my mods list for just to try to troubleshoot some stuff to get in game here, and I realized, oh wait, Move It is a thing. I keep forgetting Move It is a mod. I just feel like it's just part of the game, and it's just so integrated into how I play City Skylines, and I feel like that's just a testament to all the modders who have done such incredible work for the game. Like, I don't know where we'd be without modders. I mean, I wouldn't be playing the game, but yeah. So, oh yeah, I'm adding trees to this main avenue here finally. It makes it look a lot less barren. We've got this like LRT network in the middle of the avenue, and I like it. I guess an arterial this big is like not necessarily fully realistic for an area like this. Because in Seattle, if you want to take a look here, there are a bunch of areas that just don't have any roads that are this wide whatsoever in downtown. It's a lot more packed in because real estate's obviously so tight and you got to make use of all of it. And like even in LA, a lot of the areas in downtown are not going to have like arterials with medians of any sort. It's just going to be smaller roads or roads that are just more packed together, that might have a lot of lanes but are packed together. And so that's pretty interesting. But I do want to add, like, I have two main sort of arterial roads going through downtown. This one here, and then the one that has the trees in the middle, closer to the highway. And I'm going to keep both of those because I like the one with the trees in the middle. It's like a nice, it adds a lot of green space to that part of the city. Or I guess not even green space, just greenery. And then this here, I have to have the light rail go down the middle of it, so yeah. But if you're wondering if we're going to be doing any sunken light rail or subway or anything like that, we are. In the area you're looking at right now, we're going to be working next episode on a sunken light rail station, and that's going to be a lot of fun because it's something I've been trying to do for a while. Then I finally got it to work, and it was just very satisfying to get it to work. So I think you'll like it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully you're looking forward to that. But yeah, like this is definitely coming along here. Like we've been doing so much detailing this episode, and just placing random like small buildings in these gaps here. But now we're moving on to the final portion of the episode. I do some work off camera after this, but this is the main like final portion of the episode, which is actually pretty long. We're working on this sunken like construction pit. Like it's I'm not even sure what this is. It's just this lot that I guess they're planning to build some sort of skyscraper on, but which is under construction, and I guess the construction has been stalled for a while, so there's a lot of overgrowth. It's based off of this lot that I saw in Seattle a while ago that I really just wanted to replicate. Like I've actually wanted to build this for a long time, and I saw this lot that I really didn't know what to put here, and I figured, let's just go for it. And I decided to go ahead and work on this and base it off the thing I saw in Seattle that I wanted to replicate so badly. And I definitely don't manage to replicate it or anything. It's still pretty glitchy because I have to use these terraforming networks in order to just make the retaining walls actually visible and make the terrain work a little bit better. And I'm just having trouble with these like different surface networks here. Basically, I just end up covering a lot of stuff up with vegetation. But that's just how it's gonna have to be for what we're working on here, because it's a really weird use of terrain here. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but I am a noob. I do not understand PO or anything. So yeah, I might actually, okay, there's a chance I might download PO for road sign functionality because I'd like to be able to add custom road signs to Columbia City, because I feel like it'd be such a small detail, but such a big detail at the same time to be able to have like custom entrance and exit signs for all my highways. Like it wouldn't be too much work, and it would be extremely cool for cinematics. Like it would add so much character to the city. So let me know if you want to see that, because I think I might try it, because I saw something on Reddit and it looks really cool, and I might, and also, yeah, no, I'm checking Reddit again, because I realized, I feel like in terms of my, building style in a lot of ways, and like I've sort of stagnated a little bit because I haven't been like looking at what a lot of other people are building except for like Twitter. So I've been checking Reddit again because I also have nothing to do. Like my classes are really not time consuming, and yeah, I've just got city skylines and classes and then a lot of bike riding right now. So that's why you're getting a lot of videos. But yeah, just saw something cool on Reddit with those signs, and I feel like I want to build something like that, or just have those signs in my city, if that makes sense, where you just have custom signs with your own text on them. And that sounds really cool, because I know you used to be able to do that with some sort of, I forget what the mod was called, but you could definitely do it with PO with very good functionality now. So yeah, I don't necessarily need to use PO for like insane detailed stuff. I just need to like maybe try it and learn how to be disciplined with it. I feel like I could manage that. Anyway, we're adding the vegetation here. I'm just sort of experimenting. I'm adding some rocks as well, just like to the surface here. Like they're sort of still digging into this area and chiseling away at the rocks, but most of the surface is gravel. Yeah, I also am not able to add like construction fences around the a lot here, because I don't know if there are any there probably are, actually. I could probably download those. I just add these just fences around here, and then it looks fine. So yeah, these are just the smaller Avanya fences that are not terrain conforming, but they're networks, so that they're able to go on slopes, and they look pretty good. It's basically all I really care about here. And because like this will be it'll be a focal point to some degree, but not too much. I also figured out what I want to use as inspiration for the port. I was having some fun looking at Vancouver on Google Earth today, and I want to build use Vancouver's port as an inspiration for ours here in Columbia City. Because also I haven't really used Vancouver as inspiration before, and like the port in Vancouver looks like a really good size for what I'm doing here. So that will be cool. I'm just waiting for the North American Rail to come out to build that. So once that comes out, you should get port episodes coming at you. And yeah, I mean, when that rail comes out as well, like I'll probably end up revamping some stuff in New Windsor. Like lots of stuff is going to change because I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway. Yeah, like I'm just sort of trying to cover up these random imperfections in this construction pit here. It's really hard to get this right, but I'm adding a bunch of different random piles of stuff, and I add a bunch of trees and rocks on like the sides of these areas. I end up adding a bunch of ferns later, and I just basically end up covering up all of the glitches. Those like linden trees you see right there, I end up replacing those with the conifers, because the conifers don't really have any like greenery whatsoever until pretty high up, so they're able to sink down just fine. But you'll see that in a little bit. I'm just adding a bunch of like smaller weeds and stuff around here as well. These are weeds by Mr. Mason, I believe, that I hadn't really used before, but I actually really like them for just small details like this. I don't want to use them everywhere, obviously, because it's pretty hard to notice them, but just something really subtle for areas like this, definitely welcome, and I'll be using them in the future as well. And yeah, like the pit's basically coming along here pretty well. I'm just getting really annoyed at all these like random cliff edges here, but I can't really do anything about them because whenever I tried to remove the ones that I end up keeping with the Terraform tool, or the Terraform network rather, it just didn't want to work. Like it would glitch like crazy with the shadows and the concrete above. I don't know. Basically, I have to make do with some imperfections here, but I'm totally fine with that. And then yeah, I added a nice little crane here, which doesn't have motion. The excavators do, they're animated, which like having those there like is really cool. And they're also like out of sync with each other, and they're digging stuff up from a pile and putting it into the trucks. And like I'll show you those in game in a little bit. They look really cool. And yeah, I'm adding ferns to the sides there. Messing around with a bunch of other props like these metal bars, and yeah, like I just really like this. I think this is one of my favorite builds in the city thus far, just because it's so unique. Like I don't know if I've seen something like this that's like overgrown like this is in the game before, and this is definitely not perfect. And I'd love to see what you guys might be able to do in building something like this. So if you want to try to build something like this and tweet me some screenshots, that would be pretty cool. I'd definitely check those out. Oh yeah, one final portion of the episode, I'm sort of adding like because a lot of these back lot areas, it's sort of impossible for me to detail properly with like pavement and stuff because the heights are so weird. So what I'm doing is I'm actually adding rocks and just trying to add some like really weird vegetation back here. It's also cool because it adds a lot of character to the city, because Columbia City is like obviously very overgrown and it's the Pacific Northwest. So I wanted to add a bunch of greenery back here, even if it might not be fully realistic. I don't know if it's fully realistic. I don't think it is. On the other hand, you've got Freeway Park in Seattle with like just an entire park just over a freeway, like crazy greenery going on in Seattle. So anything is possible. here in the Pacific Northwest. And yeah, I'm just basically covering up a bunch of this stuff with trees, but I'm using these mossy rocks by Gray Flame here, and they look really good, and they perform their task here pretty well. And yeah, I'm not detailing it too much though. Just some flowers, just some trees, and then the rocks, and it looks really cool. I think we'll have some cinematics of that at the end of the episode, because we're gonna have a lot of cool cinematics this episode. We got a lot done, so I want to show you what's going on. So I guess before those cinematics, it's probably a good time to stop the time lapse here and hop in game and just take a look at what we just built, because it was a lot, and I want to make sure you guys know what's going on. All right, folks, we're here in game. Here's the construction pit. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. It's got a lot of different aspects to it. The glitchiness is a little bit annoying, I will give you that, but if you look at it from afar, like just in the context of the city, it doesn't really matter. Like, you only notice it when you try, and I'm not really gonna be trying to notice it. I just like how it just sort of fits in there on this one plot of land, and I went a little bit overboard with vegetation, but that was just to like cover up some of the glitchiness. I added these like huge ferns here, just for the Pacific Northwest vibes, and yeah, I mean, nothing too interesting there, but I guess, nah, actually, no, I like this. I think this is pretty cool. Like, it's, yeah, but it wasn't too special building this. It's just like I placed the retaining walls, placed the fences on the retaining walls. These trees are like not ideal in terms of the way they work here. Like, I wish I could have done something else to cover that up, but it's fine. That's the best I'm gonna do. And it's just cool to have this construction pit in here that's just like completely overgrown, and yet they're still working on stuff, and we've got like animated excavators. I think that's really cool. Yeah, wait, I think this excavator is trying to drop stuff on... Wait, no, it's trying to drop stuff on the truck. Never mind. I thought it was going to try to drop stuff on the bars. That would not make any sense. But anyway, let's head up here. The main street here now has trees, and they look pretty good. I just used the younger London plane trees. What is going on here? Oh my god. What? That makes no sense. Whatever. Yeah, but so I've got these smaller London plane trees here, and they look pretty cool. If you go over here, we got this trolley bus street, which will look better when we have the new trolley buses from the actual DLC on it. Because obviously this was like completely makeshift. I think I did pretty well considering it was makeshift, but as you can see, like if you go here, this isn't attached to anything right now. It's just sort of, yeah, but like the cables they're just for aesthetic purposes, and yeah, it doesn't make any sense, but yeah, we'll fix it, it'll look good. And yeah, I do like the detailing on this street though. I used a bunch of those, here, let's go back over here. I used a bunch of those bricks, which are pretty cool. I used just various trees. Yeah, I also, this back here. Okay, yeah, this looks pretty weird, but I don't really have anything else to do back here, and it also looks like sort of cool. Because we've got this tunnel, this road tunnels under this building here, and having these rocks, like these mossy rocks, by Gray Flame here, I don't know, it's just a cool aesthetic, a cool vibe. Like, I like that. It's just cool. So just let me do that. Let me enjoy that. And I did that over here as well. It looks a little bit less drastic over here. But yeah, I mean, just most of these areas are now detailed. The areas that aren't detailed are all over here. We're actually going to be building on, like, in this area right here next episode. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a really good episode, which I lost a lot of footage for. It'll be fine. You'll see. But I've placed these like red trees. I think they're by Smileys. They're really cool. I like them, and they're nice on this little promenade here, which cars can go down, which is sort of stupid, but whatever. It's the United States. You're not gonna find many promenades that cars are not allowed on. Yeah, oh my god, look at that. It's the vibes, just the straight vibes right here. Like, it's just so good. I love this city. This is definitely my favorite project I've ever worked on. And I think it has, like, a lot of potential, because there's so many different cities that I can use as inspiration for Columbia City and still have it make sense and be realistic. And we're definitely gonna have, like, at least one sister city. Oh yeah, I also changed this. That looks sort of weird. I will fix that. Let's see. Once again, this is like an old save, so I can do this though. Let's just see if this looks good, and then I can try it on a... Ooh, I gotta fix the retaining wall, but otherwise that looks pretty good. Okay, cool. We'll be fine. I'll fix that. Yeah, that's that, basically. I've filled the whole area out just in one episode. I did a lot of work off camera, though, which was sort of necessary for this. I did, like, some weird detailing back here. Just lots of cool detailing, which I just had some fun, took some liberties here, because a lot of the things that I wanted to do are really hard to do in-game, like building alleyways behind these buildings on the hills. Like, that's pretty difficult, and I didn't want to bother with that. Instead, I focused on just adding all these different details here that are easier to add, that really add a lot to the aesthetic here. Like, we filled out this entire block over here, and yeah, like, it just looks it looks very full and complete now. Like, this is just everything you're seeing right now in frame is complete, or functionally complete, or, like, let's see, wait, no, everything you're seeing in frame right now is complete. There we go. But yeah, like, it just looks really good. It looks like the city's finally coming along. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Enjoy views like this, because you're gonna get a lot more of this as we continue here with the series. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Helps out a ton. Helps people find the channel. And I mean, it's, yeah, like, it's what promotes the videos in the YouTube algorithm. So if you like the videos and you want more people to see the videos, that do that. It'd be very much appreciated. And subscribe if you're new around here. Hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button to get notified whenever I upload a video, so you never miss an upload. You could support me on Patreon and get access to the Columbia City save game and fly around in Columbia City here like I am right now. You could build in Columbia City. You could fill in these, like, empty plots here that I have yet to fill in. You could do whatever you want. Save game access is over on Patreon if you want it. You could, let's see, you could follow me on Twitter. You could follow me on Instagram. Those are in the description. Yeah, like, I mean, you get the deal. If you watch the videos, you get the deal. I say it every episode, but I just want to remind you. Because, yeah, I mean, I've been posting a bunch of cool screenshots recently. Now there's seagulls, which are going to be in the screenshots, which is, I guess, sort of cool to have, like, birds there, which is sort of annoying. I don't know. I'll get used to them. Because I got rid of the no seagulls mod, and, yeah, I turned the volume of the seagulls down, but still a little bit annoying. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.